Hey, Lauren, aka Moses here. Good to have you join me. What I'm going to talk about today is how much weirder can 2021 get than 2020 has been? How much weirdness do you think we're going to see in this coming year? Actually, in this year, since this is actually the 7th of January, 2021. My name is Lauren, aka Moses, and what I want to visit with you about is everybody has really kind of looked forward to 2021. I mean, because 2020 has been some weird, between the COVID and people having to, stay at home, losing their jobs, actually running out of unemployment, stimulus checks. 2020 was really a weird year, but you know what? I don't know if 2021 is going to be a whole lot better. It could be. It all depends on us, but taking into consideration the fact that the COVID is still here, we're still having to wear masks, we're still having to social distance. In some places, you can't gather with more than 10 people at a time, even if they're your family. Look at Thanksgiving. Look at Christmas for an awful lot of people. Weird year. Right now, I'm not seeing 2021 in that respect improving a whole lot. But then let's go ahead and add on to, let's say that the vaccine, which everybody's hoping is going to do away with the COVID and the problems and the challenges that have gone along with it. But if it doesn't, then what? If it does do what everybody is hoping it's going to do, how long do you think it's actually going to take the economy to recover? 6 months? I don't really think so. A year? 2 years? 3 years? Will it ever, will it ever actually recover? That's a big elephant in the room. Now, let's add one other factor to this, and this is what I really want to visit with you about today, and that is the world monetary system. The U.S. government, the dollar, is basically almost worthless now as far as buying power. So how do we keep it afloat? Well, the governments are keeping it afloat by perpetrating the biggest Ponzi scheme on the world, and us in particular, that's ever has ever happened. And how that is happening is because in order to pay off the debts that the United States already has, we just print more money. And of course, we're not the only one that's doing that. There are a lot of countries that are doing that, but we just print more money. So we're basically borrowing money to pay the interest on the debts that we already have. Now, it's fairly common knowledge in the financial areas that the thing that's going to really make a difference and allow people to maintain their standard of living when the reset happens, and there is going to be a reset, and then there's going to be a digital currency that is going to be the same for everybody in the world, and they will simply put it in your phone, and that's how you'll do your buying. And you'll do your buying with a phone, not a check, not a debit card. This is the way it's going to be. Now, The downside of that is they can really track you with it. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about and what I want to visit with you about. What I want to visit with you about is how do you protect yourself when all of this happens? How do you maintain your lifestyle? Well, the choice of the big corporations, the central banks, and the governments themselves is precious metals, gold and silver particularly. Those are the most common, but you can get platinum and uranium, all kinds of different things, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I want to talk about is what you and I can do to protect ourselves. Now, if those that really know the financial industry, the big corporations, but particularly the central banks, they're buying silver and gold by the $1 trillion worth to protect themselves from their own decisions, more or less. But how can you do that? How can you buy gold and silver yourself and not have to buy a minimum quantity, which most of us couldn't afford to buy, or a maximum, which most of us would never reach? How do we do it? Well, I'm here to tell you that the gold and silver, I just saw where the silver is expected to go to $100 an ounce. And now that is silver that has a monetary value attached to it, such as coins and bars in various amounts of silver, some 2 ounces of silver, some 1/10 of an ounce of silver, so that there is now how that helps you is that would allow you to use gold and silver as actual currency when the dollar fails, when they come on with digital currencies. You will actually be able to, let's face it, if you needed to go to the store tomorrow and you couldn't use a dollar because it's not worth anything, but you could take a silver coin that's worth $100 and purchase whatever you need. That's what I'm wanting to visit with you about, because I got involved with a company, and I'll tell you, I'm really excited about it for this very reason, for the reason that I'm talking to you about, because these are the advantage that you can build wealth with it, the silver and gold, which is real money, has been real money for over 6,000 years. So when everything else fails, and most fiat money has failed, usually takes about 100 years and then it fails. Gold and silver maintains their relative value over this 6,000 years. So with these coins and with the silver and gold, you can build wealth, you can protect your wealth, you can protect your lifestyle. It's basically an insurance for your lifestyle. Anyway, as you read the rest of this newsletter, and then go ahead and put your email address so that I can then send you the information. Hey, there's no obligation. If you haven't ever thought about gold and silver, then look into it. If you're currently buying gold and silver, then you definitely want to take a look at this. And the reason that you really want to take a look at this is because this particular company has taken away a lot of the pain of buying and selling gold and silver. But they've added another element, and that is an element of being able to share with others about this company and their products, which are real products, and they will pay you to share it. So as you look at it, you will look at how this all works. Get back to me. I'll get you the information, and I'm real confident. I, of course, can't make any decisions for you. You have to make the decisions yourself. But all I'm saying is adjust and make the decisions now. Don't wait. Even if you have a business on the internet now and you're doing fairly well with it, even more so you need to take a look at this program, because you need to protect what you're earning now. Okay? Anyway, Lauren, aka Moses, I'm here. I'm encouraging you. Look, like I said, if you haven't purchased gold and silver and haven't even thought about it, think about it, look at it, check it out. Now, it may not be for you, and if it's not, okay. If you're currently buying gold and silver, then you definitely want to look at this. If you've thought about it but haven't done anything, then put your email, send an email to me, Lauren, aka Moses, at gmail.com, and I'll get back to you. Let's have a great future. Let's not look at the dire side of it. Let's create our own future. Talk to you later. Bye.